When Dr. Hiroshi Tanaka turned 97, he still woke at dawn every morning, tied his shoes neatly, and walked 3 laps around the small garden behind his clinic in Kyoto. His neighbors often watched in quiet awe, his posture straight, his steps steady, his eyes alive with calm focus. The secret to living to 100, he often said, isn't in medicine, it's in how you greet the morning. Dr. Tanaka had spent his life studying aging, not to fight it, but to understand it. He had treated thousands of patients over 6 decades, watching people grow old in very different ways. Some aged like flowers, gracefully, others like metal, rusting under the weight of worry and neglect. In his quiet, methodical way, he began to see patterns, habits that kept people young, and those that quietly destroyed them. When he was 80, he stopped practicing full-time but continued to give weekly lectures. If you want to live to 100, he told his students, you don't need pills or miracles. You need rhythm. He meant 5 small daily acts that shaped the body and spirit like the steady flow of a river, gentle but unstoppable. The first, he said, was morning sunlight. Every day, no matter the weather, he stepped outside as the sun rose. He would breathe deeply, filling his lungs with the cool air, and let the light touch his face. The body wakes when the light does, he explained. Morning sun tells your cells you are still alive. It regulated his sleep, strengthened his bones, and cleared his mind before the world began to rush. The second ritual was slow movement. For Dr. Tanaka, exercise was not about intensity but consistency. Move every joint every day, he would say, demonstrating a series of gentle stretches that looked almost like dance. He believed stiffness was the true beginning of aging, not wrinkles or gray hair. When you stop moving, your spirit stops flowing. The body becomes a cage instead of a home. He walked everywhere he could, climbed stairs slowly but surely, and practiced balance like an art form. The third practice was eating simply. His meals were small but colorful: rice, miso soup, fish, tofu, pickled vegetables, and a few bites of fruit. He never ate until he was full. Leave the table when you are 80% satisfied, he advised. Hunger keeps the body alert, and gratitude keeps the mind full. Every bite was eaten slowly, in silence, with chopsticks, a small meditation in every meal. The fourth daily act was laughter and connection. Despite his calm, serious demeanor, Dr. Tanaka loved jokes. He called laughter the cheapest medicine. Every afternoon, he would visit the tea house down the street where other old men gathered to talk about baseball, politics, and the stubbornness of their grandchildren. They laughed until their eyes watered, teasing each other endlessly. Loneliness, he often said, kills faster than cancer. Staying connected kept his mind sharp and his heart open. The fifth and final practice was gratitude before sleep. Every night, he would kneel by his futon, close his eyes, and whisper thanks for his health, his family, the day's small moments of beauty. If you sleep with a heavy heart, he said, you wake with a tired soul. Gratitude, he believed, reset the mind like gentle rain washing dust off old stones. When he turned 90, a journalist asked him the question everyone wanted to know. Doctor, what's the real secret to longevity? He smiled and said, people look for something complicated because they don't want to believe life is simple. But it is. Live with rhythm, eat with respect, move every day, laugh often, and thank the day before it ends. Do these things not for years, but every single day, and 100 will come quietly, like a friend who's been walking beside you the whole time. The journalist had laughed then, thinking it was poetic exaggeration. But by 97, Dr. Tanaka was still proving himself right. On his 98th birthday, he was interviewed again. This time, his voice was softer, but his eyes sparkled with the same light. We try to control life too much, he said. But the body is like a garden. You don't force a flower to bloom. You water it, give it sun, protect it from frost, and wait. One spring morning, when cherry blossoms fell like pink snow outside his window, Dr. Tanaka died peacefully in his sleep. On his nightstand, his notebook remained open to a single sentence written in neat handwriting. Do small things daily, with sincerity. That is how long life blooms. At his funeral, hundreds came, former patients, students, neighbors. Many had begun following his daily rituals, calling it Tanaka's Way. In every park across Kyoto, elderly men and women could be seen each morning, facing the sunrise, breathing deeply, moving slowly, living by the rhythm of his wisdom. Dr. Tanaka had once said, longevity is not about counting years, it's about creating days worth remembering. And so he did, one simple morning at a time.